Hello and welcome to another episode of Tools of the Trade. My name is John Miller. I'm the Executive Director here at the Shippensburg Historical Society. In today's episode, I'm going to talk a little bit about communications. Now, depending upon what historical site you're working at, if it's say a museum or a historical society or maybe a larger institution or a small institution, either way, you're probably going to play a role or see a role for communications. Now, sometimes, depending on the historical site or the museum, communications could fall into public relations or could even fall under the category of marketing. Now, when it comes down to communications, this is somebody who works closely with the staff throughout their institution, and they also work very closely with a board of directors. And the communication director's sole role is to not only get information out to the public, but also to make sure that that information is precise, meaning that what he is saying or what she is saying is pretty much the same information that an individual, when they come into your institution, is going to hear from the staff. So communication is a very important role to have when you're in a historical site or a museum type of position. Some of the tools that you're going to have, obviously a cell phone so you can keep up with your emails, as well as talking with your partners or dignitaries or your local politicians. But communications, it's about getting the word out there to people. And the best way to do that is through, brochures or flyers, newsletters. Communications may work closely with the social media side of the organization. For us here, we come up with the events. We usually have somebody that's dedicated to creating, the photograph that goes with these events, but also sometimes a communications person will have to go ahead and edit that material as well. So you need strong communication background as well as a strong editing background for this type of position. And this is a great position for anyone who wants to work at a museum or historical site setting, but don't necessarily have the skills to do the interpretation or the skills to put exhibits together. So if you're looking for an exciting field to where you can talk to a lot of people as well as be kind of like the brand or the face of your organization, communications might be a good option for you. Some of the other tools that I use here for communications is Canva. That's what we do all of our newsletters in. We also use MailChimp. That way we can get the information out. Haven't been able to do this yet because of COVID-19, but obviously one important aspect of communication is getting your local news sources like your newspapers, television stations, or even radio stations to go ahead and if you do a press release, put that press release out. Although it does fall under marketing or public relations, but sometimes you may have to come up with advertisements for your site. And of course, communications would allow you to do that. If you have graphic design background, obviously that's going to help out too. So when you're looking at communications, think about that as part of the field because that is a very important job to any institution. So until next time, I'll see you later.